And I've got some butter that I'm creaming in the mixer again. What does creaming mean? Creaming means to get that butter soft, smooth, and so it changes in color from yellow to pale lemon color. That's when you'll know that you've creamed it enough. So that's 2 sticks of butter in the mixer, and we're going to add sugar now, about 2/3 of a cup. So 2/3 of a cup goes in. Did I tell you my mother was a fantastic baker, and this was one of her favorite cookies to make at holiday time. So when I'm going to stop the machine and make sure that I clean down the sides of this bowl to get all that sugar incorporated with the butter. You can turn the speed up a little bit if you need to. Once the sugar's all in, then we want to add some vanilla. So here we have vanilla. Teaspoon, if you want to put more in, that's fine too. So the vanilla goes in. And this cookie is really interesting because it uses pistachio nuts, cranberries, which was my mother's Italian-American addition, and dried cherries. So let's see where we are. Okay, that's good. I'm going to lower the machine. I'm going to add 2 1/4 cups of unbleached all-purpose flour, measured correctly, remember, either on a scale or with the sprinkle and sweep method. And now we're going to get that mixed together with some salt. About a teaspoon of salt goes in. And you want to get this moving around until it starts to look a little bit rough. And when it does, that's when you can add these other ingredients. Now, whenever I think of pistachios, I think of the ones that come from Bronte in Sicily, because there, pistachios are king, and they're a really creamy, beautiful green-colored pistachio, and they're actually called green gold in Bronte. Every year they have a festival where they celebrate the pistachio in all kinds of recipes. So if you have relatives who've come from that region of Italy, Bronte, then you should make this cookie. All right, let me stop here and wipe down the machine. You see how grainy this is starting to look. We want it to get more into a dough consistency. Now we're going to add the cranberries. In they go. The dried cherries. Now this is Mom's combination. If you want to use something else, that's up to you. And that was a 1/2 cup of the dried cherries, a 1/2 cup of the cranberries, and now a cup of pistachio, natural pistachio nuts. Don't use the red skin ones. That goes in. You can see that this is going to make a very, very thick mixture. This is a great cookie to do because this is a refrigerated cookie. So you make this dough up and then you put it in the refrigerator. Now we want to get it roughly into a log shape. Get all those ingredients together, and then just form it with your hands into a log. Sometimes it's easier just to break the ingredients into half and make 2 logs. So get it together, and then you're going to put it into some paper, some plastic wrap, and it's going to go in the refrigerator. So you have it into a log shape, and then what you want to do is wrap this up into some plastic wrap. So I would say you could do this overnight. You could even freeze this dough, by the way. When you put it on the paper, wrap it so you can form it even more, so it's really good and even everywhere. Neaten the edges, and then twist those edges. Twist them so no air gets in there. And then you put it in the refrigerator, probably on something so it holds its shape. So there it is, ready to go, and I have one for you. There it is. It's pretty, isn't it, to look at? And then what you do is you get out a bake sheet again, a rimless bake sheet with a piece of parchment. And then you want to cut this up. So with a sharp knife, you want to make thick cuts down, straight down. If you want to make them thinner, you can, but Mom always cut them this thick because to her, more was better. This is a great cookie to give as a present It's a wonderful holiday cookie. It's great with a cup of tea or coffee. So I was so inspired when I saw all of the different cookies that we saw in the pastry shops. So now this is going into the oven, 350 degrees. I'd watch those. 20, 25 minutes. They should remain pale on the top.